Hi, and welcome back to the Vlogger Interviews. Now, before I introduce you to today's Vlogger interview, I want to tell you about a new audio podcast I'm doing called Planet of the Vlogs. Now, Planet of the Vlogs is my chance to tell you about my view on vlogging and vlogging as a business from the perspective of someone like me who's been working in traditional media. I think it's pretty interesting, but I'd like your take on it and your reactions, your suggestions. You can find it at planetofthevlogs.podomatic.com. The link is below. Now, I want to introduce you to Andy of Andy8b. Andy has one goal. He's a local guy here in LA, and he has one goal that I can respect being an LA resident. He wants to be silly. Why don't you give me a sense of how you came to start doing vlogs and videos on YouTube?
So I was basically bored. One day I was just here. I was like, I could either go outside or I could just stay here and just make a video. And it was pretty terrible. I deleted it, and it was in black and white for some reason. I thought it was artistic, and yeah, I just liked it, and yeah.
Now you said, but you've been doing it for quite a long time. So what's kept you going? What made you keep doing it?
I think it's just like a creative outlet for me. It's just I've always been a silly person, and yeah, it's just fun to do. Just interact with people that like the same things you do, and your sense of humor, and yeah.
Now your videos seem to go back a couple of years, but your actual YouTube account goes back further than that. So
yeah.
You still read the earlier ones, or did you really start seriously a couple of years ago?
Yeah, I started like in 2000, like the end of 2010, and then in December of 2010, I believe. It was December of I think last year. I started taking it seriously, and yeah, it's been pretty great.
Well, in terms of seriously, tell me what that. Do you have any intentions other than it being a creative outlet? Is it just is it a hobby, or would you like to? Is it something that you'd like to do more seriously as time goes on?
It's definitely a hobby, but I think I would like it for it to be like more professional and more like just more of everything. Just again professional and just see where it goes. But right now it's a hobby and for fun. Yeah.
Well, what got you interested in doing this? Who did you see that or on YouTube that sort of triggered it for you?
Shay Carl. I know a lot of people have said that. A lot of interviews that I've watched of yours, and yeah, he was the first person I saw the Shay Tart's vlogs, and I was like, that seems like fun, but my vlogs aren't anything like that. But then I started watching Justine for some reason, and she's pretty cool, and I saw that she was having a lot of fun with it, and I liked that. Those were the two people that I saw, and then I just started seeing who their friends were, just watching a lot of YouTube.
And do people in your real life, so to speak, know that you're doing this?
Yeah, sometimes I forget that anyone can watch your videos, and so I've been at church sometimes, and people have been like, "Oh, I saw your videos." I'm like, "Oh, you have," and it's pretty interesting. It's always funny and.
Is it like two worlds colliding? It's like you don't expect that.
Yeah, because. I just do it for fun, and I just kind of forget that anyone, again, can watch it, and it's just fun, but it's kind of cool at the same time, yeah.
Now, you went to Playlist Live. For people who don't know what Playlist Live is, could you sort of define what it is?
Playlist Live is like a YouTube convention, basically, but Playlist Live is a little bit more concert and stuff, but it's just so you can meet a lot of your favorite YouTubers and just interact, just pretty much do anything fun with other people that make videos.
Tell me what the experience was like for you.
It was pretty overwhelming. But it was cool at the same time, and it was fun just being around with people who do the same thing you do and like the same things you do, and it was awesome. Have
you been? Is this the first time you've been to a gathering like that?
No, I've been to VidCon last year,
right?
And also went to a smaller gathering in January of 2011. It was a book signing. I don't know if you know Josh Sundquist. He's a motivational speaker, and yeah, Justine was there, Philip DeFranco, a lot of people. So that was my first, but then it was VidCon, and then Playlist.
And what was it like? I mean, when you first went to VidCon,
Uh-huh.
like you said, I'm sorry, was VidCon first or the other thing?
No, what's the other thing?
So what was it like to be in that, you know,
Uh,
gathering,
it was,
your first gathering?
It was again overwhelming. I was very nervous, just watching these people that I've been watching for a few months, and just seeing them in person, and just it kind of took me a little while to actually go up to them, but it was pretty fun. Yeah.
What are your various channels and what do they do?
Okay, so my main one is Andy8b, which I pretty much just am very silly and just kind of just talk about some of my embarrassing stories, but try to kind of just teach people how to do something, but not a very good way, and just get very silly. And then a new one that I just created called A Day with Andy was meant to be a daily vlogging channel, but I can't keep up with that, so I just rather do like edit videos and actually take my time with them. And then Andy the Explorer, I actually don't really use it anymore because of the name. I just kind of just really reminded me of Dora the Explorer every time I upload a video, so it's like, yeah, too much.
So
And
go ahead.
And I'm thinking of probably joining a collab channel near soon, and yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Do you know what you want to do as you go on?
Uh,
Career?
for people, the audience, or just me?
Well,
personally?
actually, I mean, at the moment, I mean your career. What do you want to do?
I've always kind of just wanted to make people laugh for some reason. I've always been the class clown, but just not everyone knew it. Just my friends, I just like just make them laugh for some reason, and I get kind of just joy of just knowing that people think I'm funny sometimes. And yeah, maybe someday I'll do something with comedy or something. Yeah.
In terms of your friends, do they wonder why you're doing this, or do they get it? I mean,
Nobody has really asked me anything, but they just think it's cool and just it's fun that I'm doing that and see what I'm doing after high school and stuff like that.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20. And so you're actually keeping in touch with people through what you're doing on here. You've got people who are already watching YouTube, but wouldn't you think that that there's a potential audience of people who haven't discovered vlogging and haven't discovered, real YouTube entertainment beyond cats, that I mean, there's a potential audience out there. I mean, your audience could be 10 or 20 or 100 times what it is if only people knew that you were out there. And I'm not talking about the YouTube audience. I'm talking about, the general public, beyond that. I mean, it's how to get that. The question is how to get that word out there.
I think, again, just with conventions and gatherings, I think people, as more friends of your friends, like let's say social networks, you post that you're like at VidCon or something, people just be curious. And even television shows like The Annoying Orange, I think, is getting a TV show. People will see that it's coming from YouTube, and then they'll be like, there's probably more interesting things to watch, and they'll just search and maybe they'll see if that's actually funny and fun to watch. Yeah.
Cool. So it's just basically keep building up your social networks and bringing people in through that and through your friends and their friends' friends. Cool.
Yeah, because that's basically how I found like most channels and stuff.
What would you like to see more of on YouTube?
I think I want to watch more vloggers, like what I'm doing, just not like talking to a camera, just daily life, more like just being silly. Again, the word I'm using, silly, a lot, and just people what like we're doing right now. I just want to see people just talking instead of just doing these big production videos. Now they're fun, but I think I prefer more vlog style videos.
Is it because there's more? It's more personal.
Yeah, definitely.
I've heard other people say that they get turned off when it becomes too much of a production. It becomes more like a TV show.
Yeah. I mostly subscribe to the daily vloggers because that's personally what I like, and most people do too. But it's always fun to watch big production videos from time to time. But yeah, I prefer vlogs. And
who to you, other than Shay Carl, because we've heard about that, who to you are some of the best vloggers out there?
Again, I have to go by like list. That I like Shay Tards. I also like CTFXE. My favorite current YouTuber is Daily Grace. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's kind of does the same thing I do, like just be funny, and it's also pretty much all the daily vloggers I can like. Terabyte has a 2-piece band. They have a vlogging channel. I watch that. I also watch Prank versus Pranks vlogging channel, and just those are the ones that I watch.
Cool. And any last, I guess, piece of advice to vloggers that are, or people that are considering vlogging? Any suggestions for how someone might jump into this?
I think just watch a lot of videos and just actually, if you actually decide to make videos, just see what you like doing. I've tried a lot of things, but I just like doing the how-to videos a lot, and it works for me. Just try to collaborate with people. Again, I haven't done that a lot, but hopefully I start doing that soon, and just try to network with other people. Just if you can, go to conventions and stuff, and just have a great time.
Thank you, Andy. Remember, Andy's channel is Andy8b, and remember my new audio podcast, planetofthevlogs.podomatic.com. I will see you there. See you next time.